I'm here with my mom, and it's Pediatric Stroke Awareness Month, and I thought it would be good to have my mom come on here and give her perspective.
Yes. So, first of all, we're wearing our Pediatric Stroke Awareness shirts, matching shirts in honor of May being Pediatric Stroke Awareness Month. And so Megan asked me to come on and talk about some of the things from my perspective over the years, being her mom.
Also, on the back of the shorts, they have a bunch of names of pediatric stroke survivors, and one of them is, my name is on it.
Yes, yes. So, and I know on an earlier video you modeled the shirt and showed the back of the shirt. So, so the part that Megan doesn't remember around when my husband and I were first told about Megan's stroke when she was a baby. Megan had an MRI that showed that she had likely had a stroke in utero. And just in thinking about awareness and spreading awareness, you know, it strikes me that at that time that we just really had no idea that a baby could have a stroke in utero. And I think it's really important for people to understand that that it can happen, and that even children, you know, after birth at any age can have a stroke.
Any age.
So I think even now, you know, 23 plus years later, it's not as well, you know, known that that's a possibility. So that's why I think it's really important for there to be a whole month when we can do different things to celebrate and spread the word, and also to be a resource to parents who are just finding out about this diagnosis, which can be really you know, stunning for them at first. And you know, I was saying to Megan, one of the things that stands out is that at that time we were told by the doctors that nothing could be predicted in terms of the outcome for Megan and what she would be able to achieve. And that was one of the hardest parts for us, was just the unknown. And you know, she has exceeded expectations, obviously achieved a lot of successful accomplishments in her life.
I graduated honors in high school and cum laude in college.
Fantastic. In one of the hardest majors, being
mathematics.
So in all the stages through school, I think especially we really weren't sure what she, you know, especially in the early years, exactly what she was capable of. So I was telling Megan about this, that when I think back, we definitely took a more cautious approach, wanting to make sure that she had all the supports and services in school that she needed. And I think in some ways, looking back, because we weren't quite sure of her, just her capabilities at that time, I think in some ways she would have been able to be in the regular classroom much more than she really was. And it was kind of a balance between getting those services that she needed and not sort of taking away from the regular curriculum and academics.
And I was also taken out of the classroom a lot for like speech therapy and OT and PT.
So there were other services that you were removed from the classroom.
So that didn't help with learning either.
I think it just makes it more remarkable that you know, that Megan's been able to achieve what she has. You know, doing so well in high school, to be able to get into Worcester State, and then to be able to major in math, live on campus, and complete the math major, all the requirements for the math major in 4 years, and graduate with honors. So my message to parents of very young children finding out that their child has had a stroke, just you know, the sky's the limit really for these kids. We hear remarkable stories. We see, through organizations like the International Alliance for Pediatric Stroke, who actually was the link that provided us with these t-shirts, the stories and the videos that are posted from kids who have had strokes, oftentimes in utero strokes, who go on to achieve really fantastic accomplishments and goals. And so I think Megan is a real excellent example of that.
Like one of the things is when the brain is so able to develop pathways, right, Mom? Like,
absolutely.
So that what happens to me.
So one thing that we were able to do when Megan was younger was through Children's Hospital and the neurology, the stroke clinic, the pediatric stroke clinic at Children's Hospital, where Megan was seen by neurology and hematology and kind of a team of people there. She underwent a functional MRI study where they had her awake in the MRI machine, where they looked at scans of her brain, and they looked at what happened in her brain for activity when she was asked to do certain tasks. So they did a whole set of speech and language related tasks that they asked her to do while she was in the MRI machine, and looked at what parts of the brain lit up during those activities. And then Megan has a right-sided hemiparesis. She's weak on her right side, with the hand and arm being the weakest. And so they asked her to do certain things, motor skills with her right arm while in the MRI machine, and looked at which areas of the brain lit up. And it was really remarkable to see that the different parts of the brain had taken over for the damaged area, where those speech and motor activities were expected to occur in the brain. They were lighting up in different parts of her brain. So that was an absolute, reality that there had been new pathways that took over for different skills.
That's pretty cool.
And it shows how the plasticity that exists in the brain.
And things came up, like things I've been diagnosed over the years, like my vision and epilepsy, that we were diagnosed later, but probably had them for a while.
Right. So your vision especially. So that was something that didn't change. It's just we didn't learn the extent of the visual field loss that Megan has until she was, I think, about 14 years old.
Yeah, it was the beginning. It was like my freshman year of high school. So So
it wasn't that it was a new thing. It's just that it wasn't fully understood. That she had, the 50% field loss in each of her eyes, or hemianopsia. And so that was really the thing that that really, determined that, would not be safe for her to drive because of not having the full peripheral vision. With her motor weakness on the right side, Megan would have been able to drive an adapted vehicle, and that was something that we expected she would do, all the way through. That was really the plan. And then with the visual field loss, when we found that out, and then the testing was done that confirmed it. I'm
sure hoping maybe in the future, drivable cars or self-driving.
Absolutely.
Maybe, I don't know, because...
And there are prism glasses, which is something that we haven't looked into, that we definitely could do. To see if that improves your field vision. But this seizures, when Megan was diagnosed as a baby, that was one of the one of the main points that the neurologist made was that, with the type of damage that had occurred in Megan's brain from the stroke, that there was a high likelihood that she would develop seizures. It was pretty high percentage of people with that have seizures.
But from what we could see, I wasn't having any.
Right. So we never observed any
for
seizures.
For a long time. Of course, I had one when I was 19. And then that's when I started to go down.
But now you're on medication.
Yes, I am on medication and it's working. So, yeah, it's better now.
Yeah. So, what else did you want to talk about? Things that are happening now in your life that you're excited about with your tutoring?
Well, I do. Right now, I'm a math tutor. If you been watching videos, you know I'm a math tutor. But yeah, I've been tutoring, so that's been good.
Remotely.
Yeah, remotely, not in person for now. Just remote.
And that's grown from 1 student to now 3.
Yeah, it should be 3. Yep.
So
that's been excellent. Good.
And Megan really developed good relationships with her professors in college, which was a wonderful thing for her. And she tutored when she was at Worcester State.
I did.
Tutored other students in math. So, so she's hoping, we're at a stage with the pandemic where it's possible for her to be able to go back and be able to visit some of the professors in the math department for the first time since graduating. So that's something that she's looking forward to doing soon.
Yep, I'm going to. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
And I think that it is awesome that Megan's birthday is also in May.
Oh, yeah, my birthday is in May, so that's...
So we have lots of reasons to celebrate. It's kind of cool that it's Mother's Day, Megan's birthday, and it's Pediatric Stroke Awareness Month. So.
And also, purple is my favorite color, so that's the awareness color.
That is the awareness color.
Oh, and I did videos on my channel talking about my vision, and I did my experience doing an EEG for my seizures, so I'll link those down below if you want to see them. And I have a bunch of videos. I'll link a playlist because I did one on my experience in school and all that stuff.
Great.
Is that...
Yeah. So it's been good joining you to talk about my perspective as your mom.
But let's say something that... What was your first thoughts when I got diagnosed?
I was very worried. I was very worried about your future because there was so much unknown. So there's a lot of emotion just being like not wanting you to have to struggle, not wanting things to be harder for you than they are for just anyone else. So that was like the biggest emotions early on. Just
And also, what's one thing you wish you would have known back then?
Well, as I spoke about before, just the caution piece, which is sort of that's part of me anyway.
Yeah, that's you.
But just I think having letting you try more things, do more things, be more in the regular setting in school.
Yeah, but I also did a bunch of sports growing up. I never let that stop me.
That's true.
I did gymnastics, dance, soccer, basketball, which is my favorite. I still play to this day. I am amazing.
That's true.
I did a bunch of things. Baseball.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. And we were talking about some of the different things at school that happened over the years. There was a teacher in the early grades, I think it was second or third grade, who was a real stickler for having all of the students turn their chairs over and put them on top of the desks at the end of the day. And these were like, I think it was second grade, like young kids who were like having to do this.
Or maybe it was third grade, because I know the teacher you're talking about. I had her in third grade, but I was so young.
Yeah. So, initially I thought that it was unfair for her to require this of Megan, thinking that, being able to turn that chair over and lift it up and put it on her desk with just one strong arm was too much to ask. But
I get it with help with PT that.
Yeah, you worked with your therapist and you practiced it and you got a little system down and
I get it.
You were able to do it.
I'm very determined, and also I don't know why I'm laughing. The music teacher.
And so the other thing I remember a lot about elementary school is all of the music concerts. And there was a wonderful music teacher. I don't want to.
She was nice.
All respect to her, but she always had a lot of choreography for every musical concert. It was not just singing. It was, and I think that's probably typical of young kids. You want to kind of keep them focused, but. It never failed. Megan would be, up in the front, and there would be some kind of complicated two-hand type of choreography that,
It's funny looking back.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty amazing. And my memory is out of this world. Numbers, anything. Dates, if you tell me your birthday, I will remember it forever.
That's right.
So is that it, Mom? Is that all you want to say? I think
that pretty much sums it up, is never underestimate these kids.
Yep.
And Megan has just exceeded all expectations.
They can do amazing things.
Absolutely.
If you try, and don't treat them less than.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I think you're an inspiration, Megan.
Yes, and if you want, you can subscribe to my channel. You see more videos of my life being a pediatric stroke survivor.
Yeah. And happy Stroke Awareness Month. Pediatric Stroke Awareness Month.
We're going to try to do something special every day or something, you said? Maybe have some ice cream, celebrate.
Wear more purple.
Wear more purple.
Yeah.
I got new clothes today. I try to get some purple things. So I think that's it for this video. I hope you enjoy it. Definitely give it a thumbs up. You're gonna thumbs up, Mom.
Thumbs up.
And subscribe to my channel. Follow me on my social medias, and I'll see you in my next video very soon. Bye.